Hey guys, and welcome back. After talking about functions in general, I want to start diving into more specifics, starting with the most basic of them all, and those are going to be lines. Hey there again, this is Franck. If you're still on the fence, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Today I want to show you how to find the equation of a line given 2 points. Now if you have 2 points, the first one being of coordinate x1, y1, and the second one being of coordinates x2, y2, you should know that's all you need in order to define a line. As you can see in my illustration here, if you put both points on the plane x1, y1 here and x2, y2 here, you can see that as long as those 2 points are distant, they clearly define a line. One of the most important components about lines is their direction. This is usually represented as a number called a slope and the letter m. The slope of the line representing its direction would then be equal to the rise over the run. What I mean by that is it's going to be equal to the rise, which is the differences in y, so y2 minus y1, over the run, which is the differences in x's, which means x2 minus x1. In the particular case that I have here, the slope happens to be positive because my line is going up. If my line were going down, the slope would be then negative. And if my line happens to be a constant line, then the slope will be equal to 0, indicating that the line is neither going up nor down. Another particular case would be if my line happens to be vertical. A vertical line would have a non-existent slope because the run, which is the differences in x, would be 0. And as you know, you cannot divide by 0. After you understand how to find the slope of a line, you are ready to write down its equation. And that could come in many forms. The first form I'm going to show you is the point slope form, which is going to be y minus y1 equals to m in parentheses x minus x1. This particular form requires you to have a point P1 of coordinate x1, y1 and a slope m. The next one is going to be the slope-intercept form and is written as y equals mx plus b. Now this is probably the most popular one, the one you're going to see written down almost anywhere, because it shows you clearly what the slope is, m, and what the y-intercept is, the point of coordinate 0, b. The next one is going to be the general form. That's going to be ax plus bx plus c equals 0. Now the next two are going to be very specific cases. The first one is going to be coming from the y equals mx plus b, and it's going to be y equals b. This is the equation that represents a horizontal line because the slope m happens to be 0. And the last one I'm going to give you here is the equation x equals a. This represents the equation of a vertical line. In particular, m, the slope, does not exist for this one. Let me give you a concrete example, and let's find the equation of a line given these particular 2 points. The first point is going to be of coordinate 4, 2, and the second point is going to be of coordinate -1, 12. The first thing you need to do when you're given 2 points and asked to find the equation of a line is to find your slope. So you're going to have m equals to the rise of a run, so that's going to be the difference in y divided by the difference in x. So we're going to have 12 minus 2 divided by -1 minus 4. So that's going to give us 10 divided by -5, which finally gives us -2. So right away, you know that this line will be a decreasing line, a line that points down, going from left to right. And so the equation for this line, if you pick the point 4, 2 to plug in, using the point slope form, you're going to have y minus 2 equals to -2 in parentheses x minus 4. And this is the point slope form for this particular equation, and you can be done here. But sometimes you're going to be required to write your equation in slope-intercept form. And so in that case, all you have to do is isolate the variable y on one side of the equation. And that will give you y equals to -2 times x. It's going to be -2x. And then -2 times -4 is going to give you 8. Plus 2 will give you 10. And so this particular form represents the slope-intercept form of your equation. And finally, if you were asked to give a general form of your equation, what you would have to do is move everything on one side of the equation so you can have something equals to 0. And so to do that here, all we need to do is move -2x plus 10 on the other side of our equation by adding 2x on both sides and subtracting 10 on both sides. And so that will give us 2x plus y minus 10 equals to 0. And this will be the general form of your equation. And so each of these forms, the point slope form, the slope intercept form, and the general form, are acceptable answer for the equation of a line. Okay, let me give you another example that will be covering vertical and horizontal line. So if you were asked to find a vertical and horizontal line going through the point 4, 2, these equations are very straightforward and there's really no algebra needed. And that's because any vertical line will be cutting the x-axis at a particular place, and that particular place is what you're looking for to write the equation of a line. So a vertical line in this case would simply be x equals 4, because the vertical line going through the point 4, 2 will be cutting the x-axis at x equals 4. And the horizontal line will be cutting the y-axis at y equals 2. And so therefore, y equals 2 would be the equation for your horizontal line here. All right, so that is it for now. Next time I will show you 2 different methods on how to draft lines. If you want a PDF copy of this note, check out the description below. If you like the way I break down the material, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.